everyone, we welcome you to Dhandha's new video where we shall talk about everything related to international business. From the meaning of international business, the differences that arise in internal trade and external trade, required formalities for export transactions, the role of different international organizations to the export procedure. So, without any delay, let's begin today's video. As organizations grow in their internal trade, their next target shall be the global market. With the rise of globalization, increased accessibility despite cross borders, technology, communication, as well as support from governments of different countries and help from WTO, that is the World Trade Organization, all of these as a collective force have been encouraging more and more people and organizations to carry out international trade. Let's now look into the legitimate meaning of international business. The business transactions taking place within the geographical boundaries of a nation are referred to as domestic businesses. Yet, trade beyond the boundaries of one's own territory is known as international business or external business. Besides, desire of expansion, the reason why international trade is carried out is because resources in this world are distributed unequally. That is, to fill void wherever needed, we need external trade. Moreover, even comparative advantage happening due to difference of expertise, due to labor-intensive and capital-intensive economies also encourages external trade. To carry out international trade, organizations and individuals need to consider heterogeneity which exists across borders, and they need to customize their services based on requirements outside borders and also consider political system and risks. The scope of international business may range from merchandise exports and imports to service exports and imports such as tourism, entertainment, recreation services or professional services, recruitment, consultees, audiovisual services, marketing, research, etc. This can also go from licensing and franchising to foreign investments. Some benefits which come out of international business are, from the point of view of countries, is earning of foreign exchange, improving growth aspects in employment potential, a better standard of living for individuals availing international services. Other benefits to firms can be seen as higher profits, more capacity utilization, and also to improve business vision. Before commencing the discussion of exports and imports, let's understand what they are. Exports refer to the goods and services that have been sent from the home country to a foreign country, whereas imports refer to the goods and services bought from a foreign country to the home country. So, either international trade can be exporting or importing. Let's begin discussing the export procedure, how your organization could also be a participant of international trade. Although sequence of the procedure may vary from one transaction to another, yet majorly they remain the same. Step 1 is receipt of inquiry and sending quotations. This step takes place post identification of prospective clients. Here, you send them information regarding your products and services and also negotiate price and terms. Exporter sends a reply to the inquiry in form of a quotation referred to as pro forma invoice. The pro forma invoice contains information about the price at which the exporter is ready to sell the goods and also provides information about quality, packing terms, etc. The next step happens when the prospective buyer agrees to the terms in the pro forma invoice and then places an order for the goods to be dispatched. The third step is assessing the importer of prospective buyers' creditworthiness and securing a guarantee for payments. For this, exporters usually demand a letter of credit from the prospective buyer. The fourth step is obtaining export license. To get an export license, the exporter needs to have a bank account in any bank authorized by RBI, that is the Reserve Bank of India. The organization would need to obtain an Import-Export Code, that is IEC number, from the Directorate General of Foreign Trade or Regional Import-Export Licensing Authority. The export form needs to have the IEC code because it needs to be filled in various export and import documents. For the firm to get the EC number from the DGFT, he will need documents such as export or import or profile bank receipt, requisite fee certificate from the banker, on the prescribed form 2 copies of photographs attested by the banker, details of the non-resident interest and declaration about the applicant's non-association with caution-listed firms. Then, he will need to register it in some appropriate export promotion council such as Engineering Export Promotion Council, that is EEPC, and Apparel Export Promotion Council, that is AEPC. Next, he will be registering with Export Credit and Guarantee Corporation, ECGC, in order to safeguard against risks of non-payments. The next step in the export procedure is obtaining pre-shipment finance. Once all of these procedures have been followed, pre-shipment finance is the finance that the exporter needs for procuring raw materials and other components for processing and packing of goods and transportation of goods to the port of shipment. The next step is production of procurement of goods which are to be exported. Next, these products go through pre-shipment inspection. The government has passed Export Quality Control and Inspection Act of 1963, where only quality products shall be exported from the country. The exporter needs to contact the Export Inspection Agency, EIA, that is the other designated agency for obtaining inspection certificate. The pre-shipment inspection report is required to be submitted along with other export documents at the time of exports. The next step is excise clearance. As per the Central Excise Tariff Act, excise duties payable on the materials used in manufacturing goods, exporter has to apply to concerned excise commissioner in the region with an invoice. If excise commissioner is satisfied, he may issue the excise clearance. In the next step, the certificate of origin is obtained. The certification of origin consists of the proof that goods have actually been manufactured in the exporter's country. The next step is reservation of shipping space. Dock shipping form applies to the shipping company for revision of shipping space. It has to specify the type of goods to be exported, probable date of shipment at the port of destination. Upon acceptance of application for shipping, the shipping company issues the shipping order. Next step is packing and forwarding. Post this, there needs to be insurance of goods and then finally customs clearance. The exporter would then need to prepare a shipping bill. Shipping bill is the main document on the basis of which the customs office gives permission for exports. 5 copies of the shipping bill along with the stated documents are then submitted to the customs appraisal at the customs house. There are export contract or export order letter of credit commercial invoice, certificate of origin, certificate of inspection, wherever necessary, marine insurance policy. After submission of these documents, the superintendent of the concerned port permits the entry of cargo inside the dock. The next step is obtaining mate certificate. The received goods are then loaded on board the ship. Next is the payment, and then there is preparation of invoice. And the last stage of all of them is securing payment. After the shipment of goods, Exporter informs importer about the shipment. The goods are finally received by the importer and the entire process is complete. This was the complex procedure of exports. If you wish to carry international trade, you would have to follow this process. So, we covered about international trade and also about how you could be a participant of the same. We hope you would have benefited from this video. If you like this video, do press the like button, subscribe to the channel. We shall see you in another video by Dhandha. Thank you so much.